Hello there, Capricorn and Capricorn Rising. This is going to be your July 2015 monthly reading for the month of July. What I'm going to go ahead and do here is put 2 cards here for the first quarter, 2 cards here for the second quarter, 2 cards here for the third quarter, and 2 cards here for the fourth quarter. And we're going to see exactly what wants to come out in terms of your month. And we're going to kind of just sort of sit here and cut these cards, and we're going to see exactly if anything wants to really kind of flop out or fall out, or if they just, want to just stay there and we got to draw them like we usually do. So there we go. My goodness gracious. Now, these cards just sort of kind of flopped out right here, and I actually really enjoy the idea of, not these, but I'm just going to do every one of them off of the top of this thing right here, because that is what it seems like it wants us to do, okay? The first card here is the Four of Wands. Now, honest to goodness, Capricorn, this is a time for celebration for you. There has been a lot of things that you have done that have really worked out in your favor in terms of the other months, and it's really time for you to realize that now it's time for you to start kind of kicking back and relaxing in terms of this month. This first quarter is a really important quarter for you, because in terms of the Four of Wands, it means there is a lot of things going on in terms of your life right now. There is a lot of celebration that needs to be done, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff going on. And honestly, Capricorn, it's time to be able to tackle it. I really see this as being a time of rejoicement and celebration, but at the same time thinking about what's to come for you. There's a lot of things that are going to come in terms of your life, Capricorn, and what really needs to happen here is a little bit more celebration, a little bit more happiness, a little bit more fun time, because the more you celebrate life, the more celebrations will come. I see this as being a very important card, especially being at the first of your reading, because this is a card that's talking all about you kind of having a celebration, you being able to kind of graduate and relax and go to a new level. I see this as being a card for you to really be able to do a lot of things that you've been wanting to do, but also having the strength to be able to do them, which is a very important thing. The strength card actually went over on the other side as well, and so that's really me kind of telling you to have the strength and resolve to go forward, because that is going to lead to you to a bigger celebration than you ever thought possible. Now, the first thing here in terms of the Four of Wands, this is a really important card, because it's talking a lot about celebrations, like I said, but what is right next to it? This is the Eight of Wands, which is actually a really neat card combination, because it talks about you being kind of these celebratory, these kind of protection, these things that are kind of rooted in the ground, protecting you, is now kind of in the air, but there's so many more of them. What does that mean? That means that there is a lot more things going on for you in terms of the second quarter of the first quarter of the month, or sorry, the second half of the first quarter of the month. There is going to be a lot more chances for you to gain even more, which is really neat. It's almost doubling. So what's really funny here is that if you can learn how to celebrate in terms of the first quarter of the month, you're going to notice that in terms of even the second half of that quarter, the celebrations are going to arise. They're going to get further up. They're going to be stronger. And that's a very important thing for you. Now, what else does this mean in terms of today, or in terms of this month? It means there is a lot of really good chances for you to feel really good about yourself, to feel very uplifted, and to feel really good about exactly what you have in front of you. There's a lot of chances, and there's really a really wow, look at this card that's kind of flung out here. The Wheel of Fortune, which kind of just wants to go right in the middle here. There is a lot of fortune in terms of you, in terms of this month, Capricorn, and the only thing that it really takes in terms of the first quarter of the month is to really see the fortune that's right in front of you and go for it and realize it and be it and live it and do it. The really important thing in terms of this month is it's just relaxing and allowing and having a lot of things that are going to kind of be this situation that is going to be a very big situation for you. I see a big situation happening, even could be in the first quarter of the month, but most definitely in this month. So if it's not in the first quarter for you, just wait a little while longer, and you're going to notice that there's going to be a lot more happiness and a lot more greatness coming your way very shortly. Now, I really want to talk about this Wheel of Fortune, but going on to the next King of Coins. Now, this is a really important card because it talks about money coming your way. The more money that comes your way, the better things are going to start being for you, Capricorn, and you're going to realize that some money is abound to you. You're going to realize that something is coming to you in terms of a gift or something that's going to really change your way of thinking, but also change exactly what's going on in terms of your life right now. Because right now, Capricorn, you may realize, or you may start thinking that, You may not have enough money, you may be thinking right now, but understand that the more you celebrate and the more you work on it, the more money is going to come for you this month. It actually seems like you're going to gain something. You're going to gain a gift, or maybe even an inheritance, or something that's going to be moolah related this month. And it's a very, very important month for you to do so, because the more you do and the better you feel this month, the better things are going to be for you, okay? So honest to goodness, in terms of this Wheel of Fortune coming into here, it's talking about this celebration. Are some of you going to get a promotion in terms of the first of the month? Are some of you going to be able to get into a relationship or something very big this month? It's going to go straight into having a really, really fantastic time, especially with the King of Coins being there, which is just talking about kind of having him kind of being in terms of you and your coins and everything else. You're going to be able to figure out that there's a lot of things going your way very, 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 very quickly, okay? Now the next card here is the Nine of Coins in reverse. Now, this is something that's really, really neat, because this is kind of talking about a little bit of something that you've been waiting for quite a lot. You've been waiting for this moment, this money, for quite some time. And some of you have been a little bit impatient with it. Some of you have been like, my goodness gracious, I've now deserved this now for so long. Well, this is telling me that your time is come for this. So this is also kind of directly talking about, you know, exactly what I just said about this Wheel of Fortune. The time has come for you now to relax, to celebrate, to have fun, and to feel good, because you're going to realize that is what really fuels you, and that is what really fuels what's going on in terms of your life. This is a very, very important card, because it's kind of talking to me a lot about moolah. So in the second quarter of the month, realize that there are a lot of chances for you, Capricorn, to make a little bit more money, okay? This is a very, very good second quarter, especially with the first quarter of the month, because there's going to be a lot of great things happening for you, a lot of good things, a lot of wonderful things, a lot of things that are going to go very, very far for you, that are going to have a very, very big impact on your life. The only thing you have to do is just realize that this celebration and this money is not coming for any reason. It's come from all your hard work, and it's come from everything that you have done so far. So if some of you are still kind of feeling down and sad and out and about because things aren't really going your way, realize that, you know, celebration is a really important thing. Even if things aren't going your way, it's still really, really good to feel really good about things, okay? Because if you do, you're going to notice that more things are going to come that are going to be right of that same feeling, okay? Now, the next card here is the Seven of Coins in reversed. Now the Seven of Coins in reversed is a very, 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 very important card for you, because it's talking to me a lot about a very, very lot about you finally receiving a lot of things that you have been wanting, but at the same time, don't allow it to fall out of your basket, okay? Because what that really means is that once you have it in your clutches, once you receive all this job well done that you really do deserve and that you really do need, do not allow it to just slip out of the basket because you're not paying attention to it. Do everything you possibly can to make sure all the fruits of your labor are stuck right there in that basket, because whenever you do, you're going to realize that things are going to be going, wow, my gosh, this is crazy. Things are going so much faster now. I am actually receiving these things. Do not allow it to slip out of that basket. And that's really what it's talking about, because you're going to be able to find out something's going to happen to you, Capricorn. I want you to leave me in the comments below if it's happening to you. If something's happening to you in terms of the first quarter of the month that's going to make you feel like you're celebrating, going to put you on cloud 9, okay? And if it's not in the first quarter of the month, stay tuned, because it's going to happen later on in the month. Now, the Wheel of Fortune's right here in the middle going into the next quarter, which is talking to me about you kind of receiving a little bit more moolah, or chances to gain moolah, or chances to gain a little bit more abundance that you haven't had previously. Now, going into the next quarter of the month, this Seven of Coins is talking to me a bit about you kind of gaining something, or really actually, you know, getting something that you really deserve, but not wanting to let go of it, not wanting it to just fall out of that basket, because that's something that it's still a very positive card, because but the reason why it went upside down this time was to be able to kind of for me to be able to tell you that whenever you do receive it, don't let it fall out of your clutches, because you're gonna be able to have it, and you just want to grab a hold of it, okay? So this is something that's also very, very good. Now the Tower upside down. Now look at this. So this is a very, very funny card as well, because it wanted to come upside down as well. Now this is really funny, because the Tower being upside down here is a very, very, very important card, and it's talking to me a whole lot about any type of issues or problems that may be going on in terms of your life going away, dissolving, kind of being completely and totally rid of it. There is no more issues, no more problems, no more things that could go wrong anymore in terms of your life. life. And now the only thing you need to do is realize that this is for a reason, and it's happening for a reason. And honest to goodness, whenever you celebrate, whenever you realize that this is really, really going on for you, you're going to see that there's going to be so much good things going on in your life, so much happiness, so much fulfillment, so much beauty, so much wonder. And it's all going to be because of all of your hard work, from everything that you have done so far. Okay? So the only thing I'm seeing here is don't let it fall out of your clutches, because your problems are solved, Capricorn, in terms of the third quarter of the month. Look for situations and things like that that are going to be able to gain and look for situations that have a chance of removing any issues or problems you may be facing. Because if you do that, and if you figure that out, you're going to notice that things are going to go your favor very, very quickly, very, very fast, and very, very fluidly. They're just going to come at it like water, okay? So it's very, 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 very important for you to do this. Now, going into the next quarter of the month, we have the Queen of Wands, which is talking a little bit about passion underneath your feet, a little bit about things kind of going your way and doing things that you haven't really thought of before, you haven't really thought was possible before, but now it really is. Now you can really do this. And this is a really, really, really important thing in terms of the Queen of Wands, because it's talking to me all about really, really having you do something very, very fantastic, very phenomenal, very wonderful, and it's going to be all within your grasp. The only thing you have to do is just allow it. I see the Queen of Wands as being right underneath the King of Coins, talking about passion going forward in terms of money. So for some of you guys, this is going to be a big month for you and your jobs. This is going to be a very big month for you to be able to go very, very far in it. But I also see this as being also kind of a telltale sign that you're going to have more passion. So if you're not really feeling all that good in terms of the first quarter of the month, realize passion is coming your way very, very quickly, and it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big time passion for you, okay? Now the next card here is the Ace of Swords. Now this is a really, really beautiful thing, because the Ace of Swords is talking a little bit about having a new way of thinking about things that are going to be very, very good for you, very, very beneficial. And this is talking about the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins is talking about this very, very beneficial thing as well. But what I'm really, really seeing here is this situation where you're going to be able to feel more passionate and feel better about things, just because that you're thinking about things differently now. You've had this celebration, or you've had this celebratory experience. It could be in the middle of the month, could be anywhere in the month, but there's a pretty good chance it's going to be in the first quarter of the month. You had this feeling of, okay, I finally got what I've been wanting now. I no longer have to be impatient. Then you have this feeling of, okay, there's no more issues. Now, how in the world do I just keep these issues not coming back? So now there's a lot of passion being ignited for you from all of this, going forward in terms of a new way of thinking for the next month, which is a really, really big deal. A new way of thinking is a very, very, very important thing, and it's something that is going to feel like there's going to be a lot of that coming in terms of your life, Capricorn, because this is something that is going to be very, 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 very big for you, and it's going to change a lot of things about you, especially with the Wheel of Fortune being straight in the middle of this reading. That is something that is very, 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 very big for you, because it's going to mean a lot of fortune coming your way, a lot of great things. So just allow things more, realize things that are underneath your feet, and realize the things that are going to be right there for you for many months to come, okay? So in terms of the relationships and in terms of other things like that, realize you are the one that are going to have the ball in your park, and all you've got to really do is just realize that things are coming your way for a reason, and you can just accept them and have fun, okay? So celebrate, feel good because things are coming your way, and then make sure that issues that are being solved stay solved, because we want this passion going forward in the next month with a new way of thinking. The Wheel of Fortune is right at the center of your reading, talking about every one of these months, and it's gonna back it up, okay? So do not worry about anything that's going on in terms of your life right now, because things are going to get better this month, especially in terms of the first quarter, all the way in terms of the third quarter, and then going into the fourth quarter, because the fourth quarter is going to be you being able to celebrate everything else that has happened this month, okay? Anyways, this has been a really, really good reading, and I really, really hope that this has been able to shed some light on what's going on in terms of you guys. I am Kristen Vadik here, and I absolutely love doing this reading for you guys. Yeah, I also do private readings, which is 60-minute Skype session readings. It's like a webcam thing. We can do it over phone, anything like that. That is only $75. I can also do a 30-minute Skype session reading for $50. What I can also do is a YouTube video reading, which is just like this, but for your specific situation, and that is only $35, okay? I love everybody subscribes and shares and likes, and thank you so much for everything that you guys have done for me. It has been so much nice. It's been so much fun and so cool to be able to do everything for you guys. And in terms of this, thank you guys so much, and I really, really hope this has been a good reading for you guys. I hope you guys have a great July, okay? Bye.